Let's talk about relationships. I mean, how hard can it be to find that perfect person for you, or to take a relationship that is maybe not so great and make it better? Well, my guest today is a relationship expert, and his name is Vish Iyer, and he's here. He's the author of the book Yoga and Love. Vish, welcome.
Thank you, Christine. Thanks for having me on your show.
So you have an interesting spin on relationships. You link them up to yoga. I don't even understand what that means.
I get this a lot. People are always look at me weird. How could you mix yoga and love? We thought yoga is a bunch of physical poses.
You
Yeah.
know?
Which pose do I need to get into to find love? I get this a lot.
Lotus.
The lotus pose. No, I'd say no. Yeah, upside down pose.
Right.
Yeah, but this is because there's a huge miscommunication, a misnomer of sorts in America about what yoga really is. Yoga has nothing. The smallest part of yoga is the physical. And if we should go to the root cause of what is yoga? Yoga means union. That's a literal translation, and it's from the word yuj in Sanskrit. It means to yoke two things, to take two entities and make it together and make it one. That process is called yoga, and the yogis found tools to do that. They found scientific techniques to make oneness, to have that oneness experience within yourself. And love, what is love? Love is also a oneness experience. It's the oneness experience in the world, because when you meet another person, you're trying to merge. You become one at the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual levels. And that's why yoga is the most intuitive way to find love, because it's defined on oneness, and it provides tools. Just doesn't stop at the conceptual level. It gives tools to find that oneness within you so that you can find another person on the outside.
So how does this work? If you are wanting to attract that perfect person, and I mean, we hear this story all the time,
Right.
But yet, no matter what you do,
Right.
that person just never shows up.
Right.
What would you say, or what tools would you use with someone
Yes.
like that?
Yes. And I would say there are, the key reason is they have not accessed the love within themselves. They do not have a relationship with themselves from the spiritual level. But from a more practical level, a lot of people don't understand the purpose of a relationship. And they don't know the definition of love. If you go around asking people what is the definition of love, or why you marry, people don't know. Oh, I'll happily ever after. But there's not been one movie about what happens after. We just see them go into the sunset, but
Right.
nobody wants to. Yeah, once you understand what is the purpose of a relationship and know that love is so much bigger than us, it is the core of creation. It is the bedrock of creation. And we can never control love. We cannot define love. We can only be channels of love. And the greater you are a channel of love, and the greater you are on love inside a relationship, and if you have the right intention and understand the purpose of a relationship, yoga gives specific techniques to attract that person once you understand these things.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I get this. You're saying that if you are looking for love, you need to learn how to channel love through
Yes.
yourself
Right.
first.
Right. Yes.
And know the definition of love.
Yes.
What is the definition of love?
Love. The definition of love is a oneness experience. It's not on the outside, first thing. And what people here call love is sensory or hormonal attraction.
Right.
But hormones have half-life. They disappear, half-life meaning they disappear in the bloodstream. And that's why people fall out of love.
So really what people are calling love is just a hormone surge.
It's in a hormonal surge.
Okay.
And it's deeper because we, at the core of
Kind
who
of
we...
disappointing, isn't it?
At the core of who we are love. And we have this incredible love within us, but it's latent. It's hiding. Just as there is so much dust on top of a diamond. Yeah, it could be a diamond, but if you put a lot of dirt over it, it doesn't matter. The diamond will not come through.
Would you call this a big love,
Yeah.
Vish? Like
On
it's
the
this
inside,
bigger love,
yes,
right?
it's a bigger love. But what I mean, I'm not even talking about the spiritual level. I'm not talking
Right.
about the level of Buddha or Dalai Lama or Christ. I'm just talking even at a very simple level, practical level. It's important to know who we are. But nobody defines who we are. Okay, what do you mean? I need to know myself. People don't know that. But through silence and meditation, we can understand, we can have a little bit of a relationship. It's a slow start. Slowly we access those deeper powers within ourselves. And then through pranayama, through specific techniques then you can work the emotion. We can gain certain amount of power over your own mind and emotion. And that's really important in love. You talk to any person, the relationship broke up, it didn't work out because they fought. They couldn't handle each other's emotions.
Right.
So yoga gives techniques on how to handle emotion, how to become a master of your mind, and access the love within through silence.
Okay, so first of all, we meditate and we get to know ourselves. And then the next step is learning how to handle our emotions.
Yes. Next step.
How do we do that?
Before we get to the emotion part, this is at the level of concept and techniques. But there is also the energy aspect, which is what my book talks a lot about. Because the yoga masters, they are very simple. What they said was the difference between a Buddha and an average human being is there is something called a happiness thermostat.
Okay, the happiness thermostat.
Yes, and the happiness thermostat is the amount of prana you have. Prana is the bedrock, the energy of creation. It's the energy of magnetism, according to the Vedic scriptures. In Vedas, they say sarvam pranamayam. Everything is made of prana. And people with high consciousness, they have very high prana. People with low consciousness, suicidal tendencies, depression, bad relationship, they have very low prana. The entire program, my book, Yoga and Love, is all about using meditation techniques, pranayama techniques, and leading a yoga lifestyle so that you can grow in this thermostat, so that you can get more prana, meaning more and more happy, which is simple. So obviously you're touching the love inside, you're touching the beauty inside, that's why you are happy.
So what I hear you saying is that as you grow spiritually,
Yes.
as you quiet your mind,
Yes.
as you increase your prana or your
Yes.
life force energy,
right.
you'll attract a better match of love.
Yes, after you understand what is the purpose of a relationship. And that's really important.
That seems like a heavy question. What is the purpose of the relationship? I mean, people have relationships for different reasons.
Yes.
They do it because they maybe want to have a child.
Right.
They do it because they're lonely.
Right.
They do it because they need someone to go out with on Saturday night.
Right,
I mean,
right.
what is the purpose of a relationship, Vish?
How much time you got? Yeah, simply put, purpose of relationship is to grow each other in love. To grow in love.
To grow each other in love.
Yeah, and to grow in love and to help the other person find their spirit. And helping each other find each other's spirit. It's like you can look at it, the two individuals as the two bases of the triangle. And your higher self as the top of the triangle. You don't necessarily need to go this way. And this is what most people are doing. They're going at the base. That's why they stay at the base.
Right.
The moment both are trying to grow spiritually towards their higher self, they come closer.
So it's like a triangle.
It is a triangle, exactly.
So instead of just trying to head at each other, do you get me, do I get you? You go up.
Exactly, and that's it.
That seems simple.
Exactly, and simple and powerful, and that's the last chapter in my book.
So why are there so many failed relationships, so many single people, so many divorces?
Right.
What's going on out
Yeah,
there?
from a purely society perspective, they don't understand the purpose of a relationship because our definition of love is completely, totally from the media. A prince comes in the white horse and takes you and proposes
That's
a certain way.
that hormonal love you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the hormone, it just disappears. That's the problem. Yeah, I can have hormonal love all I want. And people just keep going from one relation to because they want to experience that high. And that's nothing but a dopamine high.
Right.
There's nothing. But you are more powerful than that. We are like in yoga, we say this all the time. We are like an iceberg. An iceberg, only 1/8 of the iceberg is above water. 7/8 of the iceberg is below water. The same way, the body, the physical body, is the smallest part of us. If you want to allot a number to it, it's only 10%. The most of it is our mind, and then behind that is the spirit. And what I'm saying is the yoga master is work that insight. Get access to that insight so that you know yourself as much bigger than the body.
Okay.
And then come at a relationship from that level.
So the more, it kind of speaks to the fact that we've heard this.
Right.
But not said the way you're saying it,
Right.
that, the healthier you are on the inside,
Right.
the more you love yourself, the more you know yourself,
Right.
the more you're able to show up
Right.
and be in relationship with someone else.
Right.
Is it along those lines?
Yes, it is, but also we are also great imitators. We don't have examples. Like if I
Right.
asked you right now to name 10 millionaires, it's really easy for you to do. But if I ask you to name 10 really happy couples, it's going
It would take longer, yeah.
We're great at imitating, and we just need those models for us, those templates for us to base our life on. And from the yoga wisdom, I'm trying to present that. And I'm saying, okay, learn the purpose of a relationship, work on yourself first. I was in a seminar the other day, and somebody, a great speaker, and he said, become a better person first before becoming an entrepreneur.
Sound advice.
Yes, and I say it's the same for a relationship. I'm the first person mixing personal development with finding love. And grow yourself as a person, and however you want to put it, whether it's spiritually, becoming more successful, having a healthy body, and then understand purpose of a relationship. If you understand all this, and then the final is having the desire and commitment to find one person. And that's really important, because we all have lots of choices. And when you're given lots of choices, we tend to make mistakes because we are not in touch with who we are, right? So once we condition ourselves, like Michael Jordan, basketball is his career. He won't go into accounting.
He picked one thing.
One thing, exactly. So even yoga masters say what they call ekatattva abhyasa, meaning ekatattva meaning one element, practicing one element. Somebody asked Will Smith how his marriage is so successful. He's been married to Jada for 12 years. And he said, I went with the intention of not divorcing, and it's sticking to the same person. We are the creators of our own destiny. In your mind, we need to say that one person. In your mind, if you condition your mind, then the God and Spirit, universe will give you. That's exactly what happened to me.
Vish Iyer, thank you so much for sharing with us yoga and love.
Yes.
And it's exciting that it's possible for all of us.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.